Pew pew! This E3 update is brought to you by Netflix.
What's up, guys? Max here for Rev3 Games, and I'm at E3 2013. It's the last day of the show, and I'm here with John, who is the producer for Disney Infinity.
Right.
Which is explain what this is if somebody for some reason has been asleep at the wheel and doesn't know what it is.
So Disney Infinity is a game all about just playing with toys. This is a game about enjoying kind of the same experience of just playing with a bunch of toys on your bedroom floor, right?
There are literal toys here.
Yeah, there are actual literal toys, and these affect who you are in the game and some other things as well we're going to go over. Now, in Infinity, we give players two major ways to play. The first are what we call play sets. And a playset is like a wholly contained game in a single universe. So we have the Pirates of the Caribbean playset, and in that playset, you're a pirates character, you do piratey things, and it's themed very heavily around pirates. And characters like Lightning McQueen from Cars will never go into the Pirates playset, just as Jack Sparrow never goes to the Cars playset where they do racing and stunts and all that stuff.
That doesn't make any sense. And presumably the styles of gameplay would be kind of reflective of the difference. So Cars would be more of a racing thing, and Pirates would be more action-y?
Exactly. So we deliver kind of those authentic experiences there, but then if you want to mash all these toys up and start making your own story with your own rules, you can do all of that in the toy box.
And that's the thing that everybody's really excited about.
Right.
So okay, now this is way more complex than I was expecting it to be. You've got the little guys here, and you've got this sort of the portal of power, if you will, and then you've got these chips. What are these things here?
So these are what we call power discs. Now these are going to be sold in blind packs, much like a pack of Magic cards or trading cards, so you're not going to know which ones you're getting until you've gotten them. And there are a couple of different types. Some of them are circular like this, and these actually affect your character. So by placing this down and placing a character on top of it, it gives me extra strength, extra damage, extra health, something like that. I can stack up to 2 of those at a time. And we also have these power discs, and these do a couple of different things. Some of them bring in new toys. This is one of the more rare ones, hence having it's got the little hologram on there, right?
Lenticular Dumbo.
Right. So we can put Lenticular Dumbo on the reader, and he actually appears in the world, and I now have a fully functional flying Dumbo the elephant that I can use to kind of pilot around my world. And I know what you're thinking. Are there weapons? Yes, there are weapons.
That's not how Dumbo works. What's wrong with you?
Well, because the toy box is all about the player doing what they want to do with the toys, right? I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen a kid take a perfectly innocuous, non-violent toy and use it to kind of be a pawn in his big war, right? I mean, it's just how people play.
Video games are too violent. But I cannot fault you for putting guns on an elephant.
Right. Some of these power discs change up the way things look in the toy box. I can put this one on here. This is the Tangled Sky with all the lanterns in it. And by placing that on the Infinity base, I can swap out my sky to look like the Tangled Sky. So I can customize how my whole world looks using these power discs.
Now beyond just the running around and playing with things, there's also a lot of customization to the level itself, right?
Right, exactly. Everything that you can see in the world is controllable, removable, addable, and deletable by the player. Using the Magic Wand toy that I've kind of armed myself with here, I can select a piece of the world and delete it. Even the ground underneath me can be deleted. I don't want to delete the one I'm standing on, though. So I can just start yanking pieces of the world. I have an entire toy collection of various pieces of terrain, buildings, NPCs, enemies, vehicles, mounts that I can bring in at will to kind of customize and change my experience.
That's amazing. Now, is there online for this?
Yeah, so this game you can play 2-player split screen on the same console, which is what this second spot here is for, or you can play up to 4 players online.
Wow, okay. And of course, this is all kind of a little bit child-proof, just so there's no, so the pederasts can't get on and the Jack Sparrows.
Well, so you do need to if you're playing on.
That was a weird question.
That was a weird question, but I have a good answer for it.
How do you keep pedophiles from getting into your video game?
So, yeah, you only play with your friends, right? Like you invite your friends to play with you. So presumably you're playing with people that you know, people that you're friends with online, whatever. Now, if you've created something you're particularly proud of, you can save it and you can upload it to Disney. And Disney, pending moderation, for obvious reasons, can then choose to publish that so that anybody else can download it. And this is really big. You can download it on any of the platforms. So I can make something on the PS3 and I can download on the Xbox 360. That's unprecedented in the industry. That's a big deal.
So if it's a penis-shaped candy mountain and then the word penis spelled out in candy canes, that might not make it through the censors, but otherwise I can share stuff?
That's exactly correct.
Okay. I'm really excited about this. I mean, it's probably good that I can't share my creations with the world.
Right.
Now the big question is, Disney has been snatching up big chunks of my childhood, like gangbusters. Is there a chance that we're going to see, I don't know, Luke Skywalker and the X-Men running around here anytime soon?
It isn't lost on people that we own Marvel and Star Wars. We see Infinity as kind of an ongoing game we continue to develop and add content to, and we really do want to hit everything that Disney has to offer. I mean, we have content right now from Disney feature animation, Disney live action movies, Pixar movies, the Disney parks, the Disney Channel, even Radio Disney's represented within Disney Infinity. We have ESPN branded toys that are all owned, because ESPN is also owned by Disney. So we won't be launching with anything from Star Wars or Marvel, but it's sure something I'd like to do and something I hope we get to do in the future.
Please do that for me. I think what's great here is that you can kind of do like a modular licensing model. Like obviously you got like a really stable game here, and as opposed to like putting out like a really kind of, I don't know, like a half-assed movie tie-in game for the Lone Ranger, it's like here's part of a bigger game, and you could presumably do this with more properties coming out as they come out, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. We see Infinity as a delivery platform for content for whatever's kind of upcoming and what we want to promote now, and also for stuff that the fans love from years past.
Cool. And these kind of come in play sets. What comes when you get like a play set pack?
Okay, so if you buy the starter pack of the game, like the thing you need to play, you're going to get these 3 characters. You're going to get Mr. Incredible, Jack Sparrow, and Sully from Monsters University, and you're going to get access to all 3 of those play sets. So you can go to the Incredibles play set, the Pirates play set, the Monsters play set. You're going to get one of these power discs at random. You'll get a copy of the software, obviously, and then you'll get the Infinity base that allows you to kind of use all these toys that you now have. Right.
Okay, and then there's kind of add-on stuff you can buy after that?
Right, so we're going to have additional play sets. For example, the Cars play set is sold separately. When you purchase that, you're going to get 2 Cars characters, Lightning McQueen and Holly Shiftwell, and then you'll get this play set piece. And by placing this on the Infinity base, that gets you access to the Cars play set content. It's going to ask me right now, you want to go to Cars? Right. So we also have the Lone Ranger at launch. You'll have the Lone Ranger and Tonto will come with the Lone Ranger playset piece. And then we'll have a whole bunch of characters that are sold separately. We'll have over 20 characters at launch, and we're going to keep on rolling on those, hopefully forever.
That's awesome. And how much do the sort of booster packs cost? How much do they run?
Sure. So the starter pack is $74.99 for all of that content. The playset packs that come with 2 characters and a playset piece, those are $34.99 MSRP. The individual figures are $12.99, and these power discs that are sold in a blind pack of 2, these are $4.99 MSRP.
Okay, so that's pretty common. I mean, you're essentially getting the better part of a game for for $35. That's not too bad.
I mean, we see every one of the playsets as like a 4 to 6 plus hour experience. So I mean, it's a reasonably sized
Obviously,
game.
there's everything with the toy box that you can do with it too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you play through the Cars playset, you can unlock and bring in the racetrack pieces into the toy box, so you can build a racetrack.
Wow. Well, sorry, Skylanders. Anyway, John, thank you so much for showing this off. This is incredible. And when is this all available?
This will all be available August 18th.
Well, great. And what platforms? Are you
Pretty much everything.
presumably this is going to come to next gen at some point?
We're launching ahead of the next-gen consoles this time around, but we see this as an ongoing thing, and we better adapt to what's out there.
Great. Well, thank you so much for chatting.
Thanks again.
You guys stay tuned right here to Rev3 Games for all of our E3 coverage, which unfortunately does not have quite as many toys involved with it.
If you watch a lot of television, then you've got to check out Netflix. It's got all your favorite TV shows and movies streamed right to your home for a fraction of the cost of a cable bill. There's even stuff you'll only be able to watch on Netflix, like the latest season of Arrested Development. Every sign-up helps support our E3 coverage, so visit netflix.com/revision3 for your free trial.
Is that cool? Is that good?
That worked.
All right.